Curious about the drama behind the music? Get ready for a backstage pass into some of the most fiery conflicts in rock history, featuring rock stars who couldn't stand each other, Pantera, and the tragic end. The heavy metal band Pantera, renowned for their aggressive sound and massive influence on the metal genre, faced a deeply tragic and conflict-ridden chapter that darkened their legacy. The relationship among the members, especially between the Abbott brothers, Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul, and vocalist Phil Anselmo, was fraught with tension, ultimately leading to a devastating outcome that shocked the music world. The conflict primarily stemmed from Anselmo's increasingly erratic behavior and controversial public statements, which created a significant rift within the band. His comments about Dimebag Darrell, suggesting that he deserved to be severely beaten, were particularly inflammatory. This statement, made amidst escalating tensions and public outbursts, is chillingly prescient given the horrific events that would later unfold. The worst fears of the metal community were realized on December 8, 2004, when Dimebag Darrell was tragically shot and killed on stage during a performance with Damage Plan.
911 emergency.
I'm at the Oasis Villa, and there's a shooting. Someone is shooting the band on the stage.
Someone's shooting the band on the stage.
On the stage at the Oasis Villa.
A band he had formed with his brother Vinnie Paul after Pantera disbanded. The assailant was a deranged fan who may have been influenced by the acrimonious split between the band members, although the direct motivations remain murky.
This is called domination!
This event not only marked a heartbreaking moment in rock history, but also underscored the sometimes dangerous intersection of personal vendettas and fan fanaticism. Following the murder, Vinnie Paul publicly expressed his deep-seated anger and grief, explicitly blaming Anselmo's vitriolic remarks for inciting the atmosphere of hatred that led to his brother's death. The drummer's refusal to reconcile with Anselmo was unwavering. Despite Anselmo's attempts to reach out and make amends, expressing regret and seeking forgiveness, Vinnie Paul remained resolute.
Recorded and made some of the most amazing. He would go to and have a bad experience at Taco Bell and write a song about it.
He stated unequivocally that he had no interest in speaking with Anselmo again, carrying his grudge and profound sorrow to his own untimely death in 2018. The story of Pantera is a stark reminder of how deeply personal conflicts can bleed into professional relationships, sometimes with fatal consequences. The band's music continues to resonate with fans around the world, but the legacy of Pantera is forever intertwined with the tragedy that befell them, painting a somber picture of the potential costs of unresolved disputes and harsh rhetoric within the close-knit communities of rock bands. Journey's intra-band Disputes. The story of Journey, one of rock's most beloved bands, known for their anthemic hits and dramatic soundscapes, is also marked by its share of internal disputes and frictions that have surfaced over the years. A key element in the band's ongoing saga involves the delicate and often strained relationship between guitarist Neil Schon and former vocalist Steve Perry, whose soaring voice helped define the band's sound in their heyday. Neil Schon's efforts to reunite with Steve Perry have been a point of considerable interest and speculation among fans. Perry, who left the band in the late 90s following a serious hip injury and the ensuing tension over his inability to tour, has been reticent about returning to the fold. Despite Schon's public overtures and expressed desire for a harmonious reunion, Perry has consistently refused, preferring to keep his distance from the band dynamics that he once found so taxing. This refusal has not only affected potential reunion tours, but also the interpersonal dynamics within the band. Perry's decision is often seen as a protective measure to preserve his own peace and well-being after years of stressful touring and internal pressures. However, it has also led to a complex relationship with the band members who continued on without him, navigating the challenges of maintaining Journey's legacy in his absence. Apart from the emotional and personal disputes, Journey has also been embroiled in legal battles that further complicate their internal relationships. Ongoing lawsuits and legal disputes among current and former members about the use of the band's name and the rights to their music catalog highlight the underlying tensions that have plagued the band. These legal issues not only strain their personal connections, but also affect how they manage their collective business interests. Public disagreements have spilled into the media on several occasions, with members occasionally voicing their frustrations and differing perspectives on the band's direction, management, and musical legacy. These disputes have sometimes overshadowed the band's musical achievements, drawing attention instead to the conflicts that simmer below the surface. Despite these challenges, Journey continues to tour and produce new music, navigating the delicate balance between legacy and evolution. The ongoing disputes and the complex relationships among its members serve as a reminder of the difficulties inherent in managing a successful rock band with a decades-long history, where artistic temperaments and strong personalities are in constant negotiation. The drama within Journey underscores the often turbulent nature of rock bands, where the music can sometimes seem like the only place of agreement. Guns N' Roses turmoil. Guns N' Roses, the epitome of rock and roll excess and electrifying performances, also faced significant internal turmoil that nearly dismantled the band at its peak. Central to the band's struggles were the intense disagreements between lead guitarist Slash and frontman Axl Rose, two of the band's most iconic figures whose differing visions and personal conflicts led to a rift that fans and the media followed with bated breath. The friction between Slash and Axl began to intensify in the early 90s, marked by public outbursts and disagreements over the musical direction of the band. Axl's increasingly autocratic leadership style and punctuality issues, coupled with Slash's frustration over the lack of collaboration in songwriting and decision-making, created a volatile environment. This discord reached its zenith following the completion of their twin albums, Use Your Illusion I and Use Your Illusion II, leading to Slash's departure in 1996. His exit symbolized the end of an era for Guns N' Roses, as other original members also left or were replaced, leaving Axl Rose as the sole original member steering the band's future. For nearly 2 decades, the idea of a reunion seemed impossible, with both Slash and Axl exchanging harsh words in the press, seemingly sealing the fate of any potential collaboration. However, to the surprise of the rock world, a monumental shift occurred in 2016. Slash and Axl Rose reconciled, leading to the announcement of the Not in This Lifetime tour. This tour's name itself was a nod to previous statements by Axl, who had famously said that a reunion would happen not in this lifetime, reflecting the seemingly irreparable nature of their past conflicts. The Not in This Lifetime tour became one of the most successful tours in history, bringing together classic lineup members including Slash, Axl, and bassist Duff McKagan. This reunion was not just a nostalgic act, but a powerful statement about personal growth and the healing of old wounds, showcasing their ability to overcome years of animosity for the sake of their fans and their music. The reconciliation of Slash and Axl Rose and their decision to tour again transformed Guns N' Roses' legacy, adding a new chapter of resilience and redemption to their tumultuous history. It underscored the unpredictable nature of rock and roll relationships, where the line between dissonance and harmony is often blurred, driven by the same passion that makes the music resonate with millions around the globe. Motley Crue's shifting dynamics. Motley Crue, notorious for their wild rock lifestyle and groundbreaking music, encountered dramatic shifts in their band dynamics that significantly impacted their career trajectory and internal relationships. A pivotal moment came in the early 90s, when the band decided to pivot away from their signature glam metal sound to embrace the rising tide of alternative rock. This decision led to one of the most contentious chapters in the band's history: the departure of iconic frontman Vince Neil. The decision to create an alternative rock album was met with mixed feelings within the band. Vince Neil, whose voice and persona had come to define Motley Crue's earlier success, was notably misaligned with this new musical direction. The tension culminated in 1992 when Neil left the band, a move that shocked fans and marked a significant turning point. The band pressed on with their new album, bringing in John Corabi to replace Neil. However, the album failed to resonate with their established fan base, leading to poor sales and critical reception, which suggested that the magic of Motley Crue lay in the very glam metal roots they had tried to leave behind. The years that followed were tough for Motley Crue. Amid declining success and relevance in a rapidly changing music scene, the band members faced the harsh reality that their heyday might be behind them. However, in a bid to revive their declining career and spurred by management, Vince Neil was brought back into the fold in 1997. This reunion, while initially seen as a strategic move to recapture past glories, gradually helped stabilize the band's career, leading to renewed touring success and several new recordings that were better received. However, Motley Crue's internal struggles were far from over. The 2000s brought a new set of challenges, notably legal battles involving guitarist Mick Mars. As one of the founding members, Mars found himself embroiled in lawsuits against his bandmates, particularly over contractual and health-related issues. These legal disputes painted a stark picture of the underlying tensions that still existed within the band, even as they attempted to present a united front to their fans. Mick Mars's health issues, particularly his struggle with a chronic painful condition known as ankylosing spondylitis added another layer of complexity to the band's dynamics. His condition inevitably affected his performance and participation in the band's activities, leading to further disputes about the future direction and commitments of Mötley Crüe. Through all these shifting dynamics, Mötley Crüe's story is a testament to the trials and tribulations of sustaining a band over decades in the limelight. Their journey through musical changes, personal departures, legal battles, and health challenges highlights the volatile nature of rock bands comprised of strong personalities bound together by creativity and conflict. As Mötley Crüe continues to navigate their legacy, they remain a symbol of resilience in the face of constant change, reminding fans that even the most turbulent bands can find a way to rock on. Which rockstar feud do you find most fascinating, and why? Be sure to explore our other videos for more on rockers who can't stand each other. You'll be surprised to see who makes the cut.